Welcome to another edition of Anthony T's Horror Thoughts. I'm Anthony T. In this edition, I'll be talking about It Chapter 2. Now, this film is my most anticipated film of 2019. And going into this, I was really looking forward to this film. But it took me a little while to see this film as, well, life gets in the way as usual. So, that's why I haven't had the time to see it until now. But I have to say, this was a very good film. And one of the reasons why I think It Chapter 2 is very good was Andy Muschietti's direction. And I will apologize if I mispronounce his name, because that is a very hard name to pronounce. But he does a very good job with the way he directs this film, as he hasn't lost a beat from It Chapter 1. What made this direction very, very good was the fact that it had intense moments that were scary. It had a couple of really good jump scares too, which is very hard for me to get scared. But there was a couple that did, including, I think, one in the funhouse scene in the film. He also does a very good job making sure that the acting is very good here, as I really liked James McAvoy, Jessica Chastain, and Bill Hader's performances here, as they were very good. And I think really Bill Hader will probably get more work, as he really, I think, comes off the best out of all the cast in the film in their performances, as his performance of Richie was pretty much dead on from Finn Wolfhard's performance in Chapter 1. And you cannot forget Bill Skarsgård. As you can see in the beginning, I focused on a couple of new It Chapter 2 Funkos. I will do a video on the many Funkos of Pennywise on this channel, because I've got a ton of them. And one of the reasons why I'm really big into Pennywise's Funkos is I really like this character. As much as I love Tim Curry, I think Bill Skarsgård, does this character very well and does it the best of the two. It helped that he had pretty much no limitations, because he had an R rating for both of the films, while Tim Curry's was pretty much a made-for-TV miniseries. But I cannot help it but loving Bill Skarsgård in It Chapter 1 and It Chapter 2. Now, this doesn't mean I want to see It Chapter 3, because I heard a rumor that they're thinking of doing a Chapter 3. No, I do not want to see it. The screenplay for this film was very good as well. The only problem with it was it's almost 3 hours. It's pretty much almost the exact same time as Avengers Endgame. That's why I've been referring It Chapter 2 as Avengers Endgame. Because it is definitely the horror version of Avengers Endgame, for sure, with a very long running time. But the story, I think, works very well here, as you get to see more stuff from the past with these characters, plus while also getting to see them reunite after 27 years, I believe, if my memory serves correct. It made the film very good. And it really made sense to divide the characters up midway through, because it really allowed each character to shine and get more background information of the character, which I'm a fan of. I don't mind having to sit through a long film if you're going to do something constructive with it. And I think this film did by having a section where all the characters go their own separate ways for a bit. It really added more depth to each of the characters that we didn't get to see in the first film. So, I had no complaints with the screenplay. It also has some really good intense scenes, especially at its climactic finale. That was awesome. The film also has a couple of good cameos, too, if you might not notice. One of the masters of horror, Stephen King, appears in the film, which was a total surprise by me. I didn't think that was going to happen, because I haven't seen him do a cameo in, years, I think? Either I may have missed it, but he very rarely does cameos. But he really did a very effective one, even though it was over 2 minutes, but it was really, I think, one of my favorite moments of the film. Because, let's face it, Stephen King is one of the kings of horror. If you have to put a list of people who would, let me rephrase it. Let me put a list, if you were going to put a list of things, I am so screwing up on this, I am so sorry. This is what you get when you listen to an Anti-T Horror Thoughts video. It's a more raw experience. Now, if you were to put a list of people who you would consider the kings of horror, Stephen King would be definitely on that list. John Carpenter, George A. Romero. I'm surprised Stephen King hasn't had a Funko yet, but Jason Blum does. Really. Jason Blum gets a Funko, and Stephen King doesn't. I don't get it. This guy deserves a Funko. I need to add him to the collection with my 10 million Pennywise Funkos. Seriously. But we're getting off track here. It also features a couple of interesting cameos as well. You had the original Ben from the miniseries make a cameo. Not John Ritter, but the actor who played the younger version of Ben in the original miniseries makes a cameo in the film. And you also have 80s director Peter Bogdanovich, who makes a cameo at roughly the beginning of the film, playing what else? A director. That's me spouting off my film knowledge. I don't think he's done a horror film to my knowledge, but he's done some classic films to date. With everything that's going on this year, I think this has been a really good year for horror, as it seems like 3 films in a row I've given 5 stars. I've given Ready or Not 5 stars. I've given Haunt 5 stars, which you can read my reviews of, as I go back to writing reviews, over at anthonytshorrorshow.blogspot.com. And I'm giving It Chapter 5 5 stars. It's a great film. It's going to be on my top 10 list of 2019, definitely. I don't know if that's going to be number 1, because I really love Ready or Not. Depends how I go with what I consider is the best film of the year. As every year, I usually change the way I consider, this film's better. I may go a more serious approach. I may go for more what has the best rewatch value, the best creative film. There's a lot of factors that go into my best film of 2019. I can say there's at least 3 of them right now. 3 or 4 of them. Actually, 4 of them that could be the best film of 2019. But enough with that. I want to thank you for watching this video. Don't forget, the next episode of my podcast will be dropping very shortly. It will be a Best of Rants edition of Anthony T's Horror Show, where I'll be replaying some of my favorite rants from the first year of Anthony T's Horror Show. I also plan to do the same for interviews probably sometime in December. So you'll get at least 2, maybe 3 best of shows coming up in the next 6 months or so. So, again, thank you for watching this video. Support indie horror and have a good day.